And this is so disheartening. Can you imagine only 3% of Kenyans are the one that invests on the stock market? Only 3%. In short, I'm saying only 3% of Kenyans are the one who have or possess a CDS account, Central Depository System. If you've heard of that, if it's the first time you're hearing that name, what's that account? Central Depository System, it's an account that you need for you to be able to buy or invest in shares. Have you ever heard of something called Nairobi Securities Exchange? That is an institution that helps people to invest on the publicly listed companies. And only 3% of Kenyans are the one who are actively buying these stocks. And by the way, out of the 3%, others, they just have the CDS account and it's not active. You know, that is a bad news. And I wonder why government of Kenya cannot even address this. Of course, I know the government cannot tell people to invest here or there. I totally understand that. But the point is, do you know what that means in a country? It means that we are not in a good position. And it also means if you're an investor and you're watching this video, this is the best time to invest. Oh God, I really wish you guys, you can know this opportunity. You remember, sometimes I just feel bitter. Because this is an opportunity looking at you, but you're not grabbing it. You're not. Probably you think like, oh, another video from Good Joseph, just like any other. No. No. Do you know what they say? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the next best time to plant a tree is today, now, right now, to do that. You see, they usually talk with older people and they tell you, hey, we had an opportunity there, but people didn't grab it. Now we are having that opportunity right now, but you're not grabbing it. Only 3% of Kenyans are the one who are investing in our Nairobi Securities Exchange. And don't forget, our NSE, Nairobi Securities Exchange, is the 4th biggest in Africa. That is after South Africa, Egypt, Nigeria, then ours. Can you imagine that? It's quite of a thing, isn't it? But now people are not investing. Okay, let me explain what that means. See, to invest in the stock exchange in Nairobi Security Exchange, it simply means that Kenyans are not investing in the companies that are Kenyans that are listed there in that. Let me sometimes I just love writing things on board so that I can be able to explain to you. Okay? Let me explain. Do you see the way you usually get up and go to a market to buy bananas and oranges and what have you? So you usually find those sellers in that particular market. Are we together? You cannot go to hospital to buy bananas, isn't it? So you go to a market to find those guys who are selling bananas and sweet potatoes and what have you. Now, companies that would wish to get money from the public so that they can be able to grow and expand, they also meet somewhere where you can go and meet those companies and know which one you would like to invest. So what happens, we have a body called NSE. It's called Nairobi Securities Exchange. In Swahili, it's called Soko la Hisa. Hisa means shares. Soko means market. La is a conjunction. Just like just like the way we say gi in Luo, in Toluo, tiko gilosa, or something like so, whatever. See, now, la is conjunction. Anyway, see, this Nairobi Securities Exchange, it is where all the companies meet, all the companies that would love to sell their shares. And these companies that are coming here to sell their shares in this market are called PLC. PLC means public listed company. It means its financial records are traded publicly and you can get their services publicly. Are we together? There are some companies that they don't say how much they made because it's not a publicly traded company. Now this is how it goes. The NSE, the Nairobi Securities Exchange, for you to buy this company, let's say this is KCB, this is Safaricom, this is Equity, this is whatever. For you to buy these companies, there is a procedure that you have to follow for you to invest. You first need to have yourself a stockbroker for you to be able to buy these shares, for you to be able to access what we call a CDS account. Now, this is where I am. Only 3% of Kenyans are the one that have the CDS account. Only 3% of Kenyans are the one who can be able to buy these shares. The rest, they don't even know whether these things exist. And the moment you tell them, let's go to the Nairobi Securities Exchange and buy shares, they like, oh, wow, that's for the ultra wealthy. They tend to have an understanding that this is meant for the wealthy people, which is not the case. You can invest with as little as 300 Kenyan shilling. You're good to go. That's like less than $3. Anyway, this is how it goes. So 3% of Kenyans, right now in population of Kenya, let's say we are approximately 50 million. 3% of 50 million, you can imagine how many people are there. 10% of 50 million is 5 million. So you can just imagine it's a couple of hundred of thousands of people out of 50 million are the only one who are benefiting out of the reaping. And you know what? Right now, I'm making this video on the 3rd of July. Right now, as we speak, yesterday, the results were released. People have gained more than 25% on the stock market in less than 4 months. 25%. 25. Yani whatever you had invested has grown by 25%. This is far much than money market fund, far much than what we call, far much than MMF, than store, other than bonds and the bills and the whatever. 25%. You can just imagine that the stock market has actually bulged. And I told you one thing, guys. The moment you see the capital markets going down, that is the likes of MMF, the bills, the bonds, and what have you, these stock markets tend to go vice versa. It is growing crazily. Right now, as I'm making this video, I'm looking at my stock brokerage platform and I'm seeing how my shares are performing. And honestly, I can tell you things are going on well. Going on now. So this is the high time you can go ahead and grab this information. Please, sometimes let's not live in an ignorance. Of course, I understand the reason why they are saying this could be happening. It is because of the financial literacy. People are not aware that, first of all, we even have these things in existence. You can just get yourself a microphone and a camera and go in the streets of Nairobi or whatever and ask people, do you know what is an NSE, Nairobi Security Exchange? Most of you will tell you they don't even know what is that. Because things to do with financial literacy is not provided there. Things about the stock market is not provided there. And I think this needs to be taught. Needs to be taught, because if we, the Kenyans, we cannot be able to invest on our own market, and the people who invest on this are foreigners. You know, foreign bodies, they come here and invest, they reap big from our cash. Can you imagine? It's quite unfair. Oh my goodness. The outside people come to Kenya, they invest on the companies that produce the things that the Kenyans consume, but the benefit goes to the stock investors or the investors who have invested in those countries, in those companies, and are not citizens. I'm not saying that non-citizens should not invest. It's okay, you can invest, that's okay. But I'm just asking, let us think, me and you. This is a company called Safaricom. It is a very popular company known in Kenya. It is a telco company, provides M-Pesa services and what have you. It is the single most biggest company listed under the Nairobi Securities Exchange with a market cap of 1 trillion. That's over 10 billion US dollars. This company. Then it gets all this money from Kenyans, of course, because the Kenyans are the consumers of the products and the services of this particular company. So they collect that money from the Kenyans. But the Kenyans themselves, the consumers, they don't invest in this company, meaning they don't reap, meaning they don't benefit. They don't benefit out of the big profits realized by these companies. But the foreign companies, they come and invest in foreign individuals. They buy this company. So Kenyans give this company money and other people get the profit. Did you see the difference? So it is disheartening to see only 3% of Kenyans are the only one who have actually bought the shares of this, of opened this CDS account, and the one who are buying and selling. It is quite of a thing to me, especially me who is an investment enthusiast. I just love to see when people are investing. If you go to the US, financial literacy is a little bit of a thing, although still not big, but is a little bit of a thing. Where I know the financial literacy is there and they are saving a lot in the China. Those guys are investing crazily. And when you have a country whose citizens embrace their companies and invest there, their stock market grows, becomes bigger, even becomes more lucrative to other people who are outside there, so they can come and invest. Now that's where we are having the problem. And I really hope we can have individuals who are helping people to understand how they can get into this. And that's why I always tell people, if you would like my services for me to guide you, either you are an individual, either you are a couple, either you are a family, a corporate, an institution, a church, anywhere and everywhere, this gospel must be preached there, so that at least people can be taught that these things exist. They are investable, they are affordable, they can be accessed. That is the only way we can change and transform our nation and transform our pockets and become a better and a responsible citizens. That is exactly how we do the thing. You know, those results were released, and it was so disheartening to me to see, oh my goodness. And I have 200,000 people following me here on YouTube. Guys, I really hope you don't just follow me and giving me likes and commenting there, but you don't even have a CDS account. Or would you say, just like the way Kenyans say in stories a jabba? You know, most Kenyans tend to think like it's a joke. There's a guy on with a camera just saying anything. And whatever guys I teach here, I do myself. So I'm speaking from the horse's mouth. So I know what I'm telling you. Try the best as you can. These are things that have been there for years. You know, you can't say these are good Joseph things. No, they are not mine. No, they are not. And I didn't invent these things actually. I just got them there. Probably once I get out of this world after 100 years, I'll still leave these things there. Hallelujah. So the thing is, let's guys get something on the same. Let's try to invest. Let's try to grow ourselves and do something for the sake of our lives. So anyway, I don't want to make this video that long, but that's the point. 3% of Kenyans are investing there. So let's try to push this number. At least by the end of this year, we'll be at 5%. By the end of next year, God willing, we'll be at 10%. Maybe we can just go to 2-digit figure and something like that. And one day, you guys will be like, you know what? I've invested and I'm doing something about it. And that is exactly how we grow each other. And that's why I always encourage you, if you've not subscribed to my videos, you go ahead and, or rather my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe, so that I'll be notifying you each and every day. Financial news, anything to do investment opportunities, how and where to invest and why, and all those kind of things, and how to grow yourself and take yourself to the next level. So go ahead and hit that like button, make sure that you subscribe. And if you need my services, that happens to be my number, you can grab it. Let's talk business. See you there.